What is up, YouTube? JankyYGO here. My name is Michael. Today we have a few new cards to talk about and a few exciting reprints to talk about. Well, not exciting, but I'll cover them anyway. But I'm gonna kind of breeze through some of these because I scrolled down to see if they were any actually new cards. But so first up is the Zexel weapons. I'm pretty sure I covered these already. And if I didn't, I don't know, maybe I'll just make another video specifically talking about these, but I'm pretty sure I covered these already, and I'll go back and rewatch some of my videos, and I will leave a link in the description. But since it's from the Overlord JP001, yeah, I'm pretty sure that these, I covered the Zexel, the Utopia support, but I don't think I covered this. And if I did, I don't remember it, so I'm going to cover it again just in case. Supreme Arch Serpent Goganda is a level 8 fire reptile. I like reptiles. Attack is question mark. If this card is in your hand, and you have a face-up field spell in your zone, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. I like it. That's great. 10 out of 10. While it's on the field, this card's original attack becomes 3,000. Okay, big beat stick. It's not hard to summon either. If it would be destroyed, you can banish one monster from your graveyard instead. I like this card. We need to see if this is a whole archetype or whatever, but I like this card a lot. And I'll get into why after. If this is an archetype, I'll scroll down, I'll read the next card. And if the next card is also part of the Supreme Arc Serpent archetype, then I'll talk about that, because I want to see if that first effect is their mechanic, if this is an archetype, if it's just, if all of them have that bring back, if you have a field spell but it's banished when it leaves the field, and all that type of effect. So I want to see that first before I talk about why this gets me excited. But yeah, alright, next up, Spriggans. Okay, so Spriggans Brothers. We'll just scroll down real fast to see if there's any more. No. Okay, so it doesn't appear that this is an archetype, which kind of makes me sad, but, or Great Sand Sea, I guess, is what it's loosely translated to. Anyway, so what makes me excited about this card is there's an old card, and I talk about it a lot to my friends, called Snake Rain. And Snake Rain is a spell card, a normal spell that says that discard one card, then you send 4 reptile monsters from your deck to the graveyard. And it's not a hard once per turn. You can activate multiple in turn. It is a very fundamentally broken card. The only downside is there aren't any good reptiles. And the reptiles that we have, none of them want to be in the grave. They have effects like if they're destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you get an effect, but that doesn't help if you're sending them from the deck, like a Foolish Burial. So I've always wanted an archetype that was kind of like Burning Abyss, but for reptiles, or something, or one that just wanted to be in the graveyard. Like maybe something like this would be great. This is also just a level 8 support, so that's fine. In any level 8 deck that has field spells, they can just boop and then go into a rank 8. But overall, that's why I want more reptile support. Anyway, next up is Spriggans Brothers. I don't think I covered this card either, and if I have covered these cards, yeah, well, I know I covered the Utopia support though. If this card is sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, you can target a Spriggans monster in your graveyard except for itself, special summon it. If this card is in your hand, on the field, or in your graveyard, you can target one Spriggans XD monster you control, attach this card as material. Okay. Not bad. It's just good. You foolish burial this, and then special summon one of your Spriggans monsters back. Not bad. And then if it's anywhere, basically, you can attach it as material. That's also pretty good. Next up is, okay, the Amazement archetype. I'm pretty sure I might have covered these. I don't remember if I have or not, so I'll just go over them really quickly in case I have. Level 7 Dark Psychic Effect Monster, 2600 attack, 2200 defense. First and second effect are hard once returned. If a trap card is activated, you can special summon this card from your hand. If your opponent normal or special summons a monster, you can target one of them equipped. One attraction trap card from your deck to the target. Once per turn, you can banish any number of attraction traps from your graveyard, then target that many cards your opponent controls, destroy them. Decent card overall. The Amazement deck, I remember, is kind of like, because I remember, maybe I didn't make a video about it, but I think I did read about them at least a little bit, and I'm pretty sure the deck kind of revolves around playing trap cards and stuff like that, so that's pretty easy to summon, and it's also, if your opponent activates a trap card, you can special summon it too. Not bad. Next up, the Ambassador. Level 3 Earth Beast Effect Monster, 1600 X, 900 defense. You can use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. When this card is normal summon, you can target one attraction trap card in your graveyard and one face-up monster your opponent controls. Equipped it to that first target. Equip the first target to the second target. Second is a quick effect. You can target one of your attraction trap cards that is equipped to a monster. Equip it to an Amazement monster you control, or a face-up monster your opponent controls. Okay. So yeah, they revolve around their trap cards, equipping the monsters and all that. And this is kind of their boss monster. You can destroy stuff and all that. And I believe the trap cards have like some kind of downside if they're attached to an opponent's monster, and a benefit if they're attached to yours. Just decent. It's kind of recovery, and it just attaches on normal summon. Next up is Amazement Attendant Comica. Level 4 Light Machine Effect Monster. 1400 attack, 1800 defense. Second effect is a hard once per turn. You can when this is normal summon, you can set one attraction trap directly from your deck. It's already the best card in the deck because of that. Second is a quick effect. You can target one of your attraction traps that is equipped to a monster. Equip it to a monster, an Amazement monster you control, or face up one your opponent controls. So yeah, the low level ones re-equip. The big one is kind of the payoff. This one's the best card in the deck, though. If you're wondering why, because I'm usually pretty harsh on decks that don't have a way to summon a lot, why I'm not being that hard on this one, it's because it's a trap-focused deck, so it's naturally going to be slower, and it's going to be more about stunning the opponent. So when you compare it to that way, that's fine, because my philosophy in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is when you're making an archetype or a deck, if your deck can't summon a bunch and keep up with other decks, everything, if your deck can't OTK or make a big board to like stun and everything with monster effects, you play cards that can stop your opponent and bring them down to either your level or slower. So like an example would be, for a while before they got the new support, I used to play the Familiar Possessed deck, which, before, this was when they only had that continuous trap card that kind of makes them an archetype, before, they got their structure deck. And I used to play Lose One Turn in the deck, and Spellbooks is another case of me playing pure Spellbooks. I would play Lose One Turn because I didn't like the Priestess build, so that's a way, because Spellbooks are slow and they're very grindy. So instead of me trying to find a way to speed up my deck, I made, okay, everyone else slows down and everything. So yeah, that's why I'm not being too harsh on this deck. It does what it's, the whole trap oriented and stunning your opponent. That's why Altergeist were good. And we're in a slower format too, So not bad. Next up, Rock's Rose Dragon. I'm pretty sure I covered this card as well. Yeah, I covered these. I remember covering the plants. I remember covering the Adagnister. I believe I covered the new Bujin cards. I don't remember if I did or not, so I'll just read over these real fast. Level 4 Light Beast Warrior effect monster, 0 attack, 1800 defense. You can use its first and second effect are hard once per turn. It's a Beast Warrior, that's really important for the deck. First, you can send one other Bujin card from your hand to the graveyard to special summon this card. During your main phase, you can activate one of the following effects. Send one Bujin monster from your hand to add a Bujin monster with a different name from your graveyard to your hand. You can banish one Bujin monster from your graveyard, send a Bujin from your deck to the grave with a different name. Yeah, not bad. You can set up your grave with your turtle and your hair. That's basically what it's for. And it can get back your motto in the late game. Other than that, I don't know if it makes the deck. It definitely doesn't make the deck any stronger. The deck kind of fell out of favor when Kaiser Coliseum died off. And, well, the game sped up a lot, and Kaiser Coliseum also fell out, and because it got banned. That's the reason why Bujins haven't seen a lot of play. Because Bujins used to be a good deck. They were a boring deck, but they were a good one. Bujin Torifune, level 4 Light Beast Warrior effect monster, 1500 attack, 500 defense. First and second effect are hard once per turn. You tribute this card, target special summon 2 Bujin monsters with different name from your deck except for itself. When you XC summon a Bujin, if this card is in your graveyard, you can equip this card to that monster. Monster is destroyed by battle with the equipment monster or banished instead of going to the grave. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did cover this one. Because that's the first effect's really good. You just got to play around the Ash Blossom. And then the second effect is, yeah, if they have Ash, they have Ash. But the first effect can get, like, your motto and then, like, a turtle. But the second effect is for when you equipped, when you make in the Susanoo. So you can, because Susanoo can attack all your opponent's monsters once each. So the idea behind this effect is you just banish all your opponent's monsters. I covered the S-Forces. I know for a fact I did. I covered the Trap Tricks card. I remember because Trap Tricks are one of my favorite like decks and stuff like that. I've loved Trap Tricks. Loved them since before Hat. Before Hat, because I liked Mermello a lot, and then Diona came out, or Dionia, and then they actually became an engine. But this, I remember covering this. Oh, okay, the Plunder Patrols. I don't think I covered this, so I'll go over this. Level 4, Water Fiend effect monster. It's a Raven Wing. 1000 attack, 1000 defense. First and second effect are hard once per turn. You can target one Plunder Patrol monster in your graveyard except for itself. You cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except for Plunder Patrols. You also special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, add that target to your hand. Okay. If this card is sent from the hand or monster zone to the graveyard, you can target one Plunder Patrol monster in your monster card in your spell and trap card zone. Special summon it in defense. Okay. Doesn't seem that bad. I haven't seen the Plunder Patrols. I have not played against them, so I don't know exactly what they do, but based on this card alone, you can target... Well, I've seen them before, but I don't really remember what they do and everything, but they equipped and everything by the looks of it. I don't know. This card, since I don't know what the deck really does too well, this card seems okay. I like that it special summons itself and it adds a card back. That seems pretty decent. And it also special summons. You can special summon a monster if this card is in your hand. Okay, yeah. And so this effect is when it's on the field. Also special summon this card from your hand. Okay, so yeah, this effect activates in the hand. This effect activates while in the hand or graveyard. Oh, if this card is sent. Okay, so if it's sent, so if you link summon it. Man, English is hard. Reading is hard. Holy Knights, I covered those. Mere Judge of the Ice Barrier, I covered this card. I covered the scrap card, and apparently this card is already really, really good, and I misinterpreted it, because I thought, oh, hey, but yeah, this card is apparently really good, just in general, and people are finding ways to splash it. So, woo, neat. Dark Honest, I remembered I was really happy about that card. The level 7 Heavenly Radiance, I'm pretty sure I covered this card. I covered the Sphinx. Alright, I covered, I think, everything else here. Dark Eye Nightmare. Yeah, I covered this card. Yeah, okay. Oh, I don't think I covered this dude. Banish card, target a reptile monster you control, one face monster, you activate the Vex. Change them to face down defense position, destroy the monster you control, and make it. Okay. It cares about being in the graveyard, but the effects aren't the best. Yeah, so I'm just gonna move on, because I'm pretty sure I covered all these. Yeah, I covered the rest of them. And I'm just going to talk about the new Egyptian God cards. Well, not new. They're getting alternate arts and the prismatic thing. But anyway, that's it for today. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday. If you want to send me any cool deck profiles or replays, please do so. I would love to see them. I do read your comments, so be sure to tell me what you guys think of any of these cards down below that I've covered and talked about. Because like I said, I'm pretty sure I've talked about most of these, and if not all of them. I covered the ones I didn't remember talking about, like this. And of course, and as always, have a wonderful day.